So here we go now. This is part 2. All right. So it says, and in every place where my Shekinah shall dwell, and thou worship before me, there will I send my blessing upon thee, and will bless thee. And if thou wilt make an altar of stones unto my name, thou shalt not build them sculpted. So you can't sculpt the stones. If thou lift iron from which is upon the sword, from which the sword is made upon the stone, thou wilt profane it. So it has to be rocks, how they come out the ground. Okay? Whatever you get is what you get. Alright? You can't chisel it, you can't make it whatever. It's just rock. Right? And you the priest, the Most High specifying to the priest now, who stand to minister before me, shall not ascend to my altar by steps, but by sloping bridges, ramps, period, that thy shame may not be seen thereupon. Now, this is if you build a tall one, a high one, all right? Because you can build a high one. If you have a small one, a low one, well, you don't need a sloping bridge. You just understand. So this is what it is. But there is going to be a big one and a high one. I just want you to know. All right? And these are the orders of judgments. All right, so the Most High is giving you judgments. That means you're going to be judging some stuff. All right? A judgment is what you have to render after judging something. So that means you're going to be judging stuff. So all of this, only the Most High could judge you. Throw that straight and smooth in the garbage. That's garbage. You're going to be judging. All right? If you don't want to be judged, don't break this law. That's period. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing else to it. So thou shalt order before them. So he's going to order these judgments. He's ordering you to make these judgments. That's what it is. If thou shalt have bought a son of Israel on account of his death. So let me give that to you straight in English. If an Israelite steals something, you own him, you bought him because he stole from you, so he has a debt to pay. And so now this is the judgment, right? The Most High already commanded you not to steal. Now you stole something. So here's what you get. 6 years he shall serve, and that the incoming of the 7th he shall go out free without price. So he got to come and he got to work for you for 6 years. It ain't got nothing to do with what he stole, how much it was worth, the value, nothing. 6 years of service for stealing. Yeah, it's a hard penalty because the Most High said don't steal, period. All right? If he came in alone, he shall go out alone. If he be the husband of a wife, a daughter of Israel, his wife shall go out with him. If his master give him a wife, a handmaid, and she bear him sons and daughters, the wife and her children shall belong to his master, and he may go out alone. But if the servant shall affirm and say, I love my master, my wife, and my children, and I will not go out free, then his master shall bring him before the judges, and shall receive from them the power, and bring him to the door that has posts, and his master shall pierce his right ear with an awl, and he shall be a servant to serve him until the Jubilee. Now, I know what y'all saying. How can this be an Israelite? Oh, okay. So, first of all, sons of Israel is every man that comes in and cleaves unto Israel, right? Every one. That's my people. It's also sons of Israel. It's also my people. That's all. This is just some Israelites that's not Israelites by blood. All right. Now, usually Israelites, Israelites not supposed to be stealing in the first place. But you got other people that's not Israel, but they're going to be calling themselves Israelites, and they're going to be with us. And they're going to get treated the same. But they're going to fall into this trap and fall into captivity. That's how this works. So, they're going to steal, and then when they steal, 6 years of service, and then we go through the rest of this. And if he have a wife, if he's given a wife, and yes, he can have more than one wife. So, we're going to move along. All right? And if a man of Israel sell his daughter, a little handmaid, she shall not go out. She shall not go forth according to the go forth of the servants of the Canaanite. All right, so there's going to be Canaanites among us. Yes, y'all wonder where the Canaanites went? They among us. How are you going to know a Canaanite and the Israelite? They're not going to. How you going to tell the difference? Canaanites are going to do something to put themselves in the servitude. Period. They shall go forth as the servants of the Canaanite, who are set at liberty on account of the tooth or the eye, but in the years of remission. A year of remission is every 7th year, at the beginning. So at the end of the 6th year, there's a going out. The 7th year, they you know what I'm saying? There's a free year. It's a year of rest. You ain't dealing with nobody and nothing. All right? So the year of remission, and with tokens, so you have to give him his pay, give him a gift, you know what I'm saying? And at the Jubilee, and on the death of her master, and by redemption with money. So these are the types of ways daughters get to go back to their fathers, to their families, to with a husband, or, you know, these are the ways they go out. All right? If she has not found favor before her master who bought her, then her father may redeem her. So that means the father has to come and take his daughter and give back the dowry or whatever. All right? If she has not found favor before her master who bought her, then her father may redeem her. But to a foreigner, he shall not have no power to sell her. So you can't sell her into, you know, slavery, right? Because when she comes into your house, she's your responsibility, and she can't go nowhere. You have to take this. You wanted this, whatever the situation. She can't go nowhere. She has to be treated right at all times in your presence, in your house. The only way she's leaving, you got to marry her off, or you send her back to her father. Period. That's it. Okay? We're keeping it straight. We're keeping it simple. For as a vessel of her Lord, he hath power over her. Okay? So the man, the master of the house, has power over all of the handmaids. He's the commander. And if he had intended her for the side of his son, he shall do by her after the manner of the daughters of Israel. So if you take this young lady into your home, if she's supposed to marry your son, you treat her like a daughter. You don't treat her like a handmaid. Done. If he take another daughter of Israel to him, the son now, if the son take another daughter of Israel to him beside her, her food, her adorning, and her conjugal rights, he shall not withhold from her. Because, let me explain. Sons have the right to pick the woman that they would like. But they still have to marry the woman that the father picked for them. Period. I don't care. You don't like it. You don't like it. I don't care. It don't matter to me. I just got to read the rules and explain it to you with truth and clarity. You do what you want anyway. And if these 3 things he doth not for her, to covenant her to him himself. What's the covenant? What is the covenant? Okay, he has to do these 3 things. If he does not do these 3 things, she's not covenanted to him. Her food, her clothing, and her conjugal rights. Right? He has to provide these 3 things. Right? And he shall not withhold all 3. Yes, I understand if you're having an issue, you may get 1 or 2. Nobody does all 3 things all the time. Right? But you're going to get one of these 3. And these keep her covenanted to him. That's the covenant. You see that? So when you're talking about the marriage covenant, a woman is entitled to these 3 things. That's it. If he's doing those 3 things, that's it. There's nothing to talk about. Y'all married. Right? So women, your man, he takes you out on a date. He buys food. And y'all shopping at the mall. That's 2. And y'all go home and sleep together. You're covenanted. You're married. I don't care. Finish. I don't care. It says that's what's the covenant. You want to get mad at me? Get mad at the Most High. Take it upstairs with upper management. All right. To covenant to him or to his son. So again, the father now, he has to provide these 3 things, or 2 of the 3 things. He has to keep her food and her adorning. He's not going to give her conjugal rights if he's giving her to the son. All right, so let's not get that twisted. And keep that, right? And the son has to do it too, right? Or to release her into the hand of her father, she shall go free without payment and with a writing of release. So when she goes back, the contract is you have to write a writing of release contract. So it's a contract to let her go. All right? And she goes without any money. All right? Period. Whosoever smiteth a son or daughter of Israel so as to cause death shall be put to death with the sword. That's it. And then let's talk about, but he who did not attack him, but mischance from before Yah befell him at his hand, I will point thee a place where he may flee. So, if you kill somebody by accident, all right, that means y'all was working on a job, and say y'all cutting wood, and the axe handle breaks, and the axe head fly off, right? The axe head flies off, and they kill a man. Like, you just run. Like, you going ahead straight for the place of sanctuary till this gets sorted out, all right? Because you got to figure out why this person died. That's what it says. But if a man come maliciously upon his neighbor to kill him with craft, so if you try to set it up and make it look like an accident, or if you're trying to kill somebody on the slide, make it look like a cover up, whatever, that don't work. So if you set up to kill your neighbor with craft, though the priest are ministering at my altar, thou shalt take him and slay him with the sword. So while the priest is atoning for the sin and all of that, and you getting forgiveness and you praying and you at the safe place, it says snatch the fool up and kill him. Period. We found out you had a beef with the dude and you killed him. That's it. It got found out. All right, moving along. He who woundeth his father or his mother shall die by strangling. Done. You know what I'm saying? You wound your father or your mother, you die by strangling. It didn't say how bad the wound had to be. It said you wound them. You die by strangling. Done. And he who stealeth a soul of the children of Israel and selleth him, if he be found in his possession, shall die by strangling. Right? Kidnapping, period. You taking the child of Israel, you snatching them up, anything. If you get caught with that dude, you die by strangling. Done. It's easy to catch folk out here in the land too. Just want you to know. You know what I'm saying? This desert, boy, it's clear for a ways. And there's plenty of witnesses to everything. If nobody saw nothing, that means nobody's saying nothing. Not that nobody saw nothing. But these people, they talk. So you gonna know. Just want you to know. It's different on this side. And he who curseth his father or his mother by the great name, dying he shall die by being stoned with stones. So if you curse your mama or your daddy in the great name of the Most High, you shall die by being stoned. That's it. When the men striving together, and one smite his neighbor with a stone, or with his fist, those that he die not, but fall ill, if he rise again from his illness, and walk in the streets upon his staff, he who smote him shall be acquitted from the death penalty. So, y'all got beef, and y'all fall into a squabble. You know what I'm saying? You hit him with a rock, you hit him with your fist or something. If the person gets up and walks in the street upon his staff or whatever, he who smote him shall be acquitted from the death penalty. It just means that you don't die, because you ain't kill him. Only for his cessation from labor, his affliction, his injury, and his disgrace, and the hire of the physician, he shall make good until he be cured. That means you got to pay for his cessation from labor. So whatever his work pay was, you got to pay that. Right? You got to pay for his affliction, his injury, his disgrace. You got to make amends for all of that. And the hire of the physician, you got to pay the doctor bill and the doctor's care and everything. For all those things, you got to make good. That's pretty expensive. because you got to pay for his affliction. What's the value of, do you consider this for this blow and for this injury, right? The blow is one thing. So just hitting him, you got to pay for the blow. Then he left him, he sore in the face, and you got to pay for his affliction. So you got to pay for his affliction, his injury, and then I went home and I was mocked, and you got to pay for the disgrace. You got to fix all of that. It's a lot. I ain't paying for all of that. That's why I don't hit nobody. And for the hiring of the doctor, you got to pay all the doctor bills and medicine and everything else. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And when a man has smitten his Canaanite manservant or maidservant with his staff, and he die the same day under his hand, he shall be judged with the judgment of death by the sword. So if you're killing your manservant and your maidservant, that's it. You die. That's it. That's it. It's a Canaanite manservant or maidservant with his staff, and he died the same day under his hand. You hit him with something, and he died. You die too. Death by the sword. But if the wounded person continue 1 or 2 days, from time to time, he shall not be so judged. But with money he had bought him. So you bought him with money, so if he lived 2 or 3 days, you can't judge it so. Okay? Because with money you bought him. But you kill him, he died. Look, don't do it. I'm telling you. Don't do it. If men, when striving, strike a woman with child and cause her to miscarry, but not to lose her life, the fine on account of the infant, which the husband of the woman shall lay upon him, he shall pay according to the sentence of the judges. So, if you hit a pregnant woman and she miscarried that baby, whatever the husband said the value of that baby was, you got to pay. Period. It don't even matter. And the judge is going to enforce that. That was innocent. You shouldn't have touched the pregnant woman. I don't care whatever the situation was. Period. Right? But if death befall her, then thou shalt judge the life of the killer for the life of the woman. So if the woman died, right, the baby died, you're going to pay all the money that the husband feel the baby was worth. If the woman died, you die. That's it. The value of an eye for an eye, the value of a tooth for a tooth, the value of a hand for a hand, the value of a foot for a foot. All equivalent of the pain of burning for burning, and of wounding for wounding, and of blow for blow. So according to the Most High, all punishments are dished out and equal. If somebody lose an eye, you gotta lose that eye. Somebody lose a tooth, you're gonna get your tooth knocked out. That's what it is. Somebody lose a hand, a foot, your hand, your foot. Blow for blow, wounding for wounding. Burning for burning. You burn somebody with some hot grits or some foolishness, acid, whatever, you're gonna get that same burn. So I'm saying, right now, don't come here with this foolishness from America or any place else. Just the law. And when the man strikes the eye of his Canaanite servant or handmaid and causeth blindness, he shall let him go free on account of the eye. So if you hit your manservant, his eye swell up, right? You knock his tooth out or chip his tooth, you lost a manservant or a maidservant. You hit them, it's like a free pass. All right? He's like, but it says causes blindness. It didn't say permanent or temporary. So that person just couldn't see. I can't see up my eye. You saw my eye up. Free to go. So you gonna come here with this foolishness? Nah, man. I'm good. Most I want you prospering people, not oppressing people. Period. So, and if you strike out the tooth, you knock a tooth out, you chip it, the Canaanite manservant or maidservant, he shall make the servant free on account of the tooth. That's that. Moving on. And if an ox goreth a man or a woman to cause death, the ox must be stoned. Period. If an ox kills somebody, he says stone the ox. What shall not be killed, that his flesh may be eaten. And the owner of the ox shall be exempt from the condemnation of death, and also the price of the servant or handmaid. So he says stone it until it's like weak, right? But don't kill it with stones. After you stone it that it's weak, then kill it to eat it. So you got to go through the proper kill. So to punish it, you're going to beat it down with stone. Boom, 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 boom. Then cut that throat, serve it up. That's what it is. But if the ox had been wont to gore yesterday and before, and it had been attested before his owner 3 times, and he had neglected to restrain him, the ox, when he killeth man or woman, shall be stoned, and his master also shall die with a death sent upon him from heaven. So the Most High said, we're going to treat the ox the same way, right? But because he never took care of his responsibility when he was warned about this ox 3 times, the Most High said, I'm going to kill him. I'm going to deal with him. So that's how you get this magic axe. What? Yeah, the Most High will cause an accident to kill this man. So when we judge it, we looking for all of these things. Somebody died. We know that the Most High did it for a reason. And it's going to be found here in the law. Okay? Now, there comes a stipulation upon this, because I'm quite sure the master doesn't want to die. Yet if a fine of money be laid upon him, he may give a ransom for his life, according to what shall be imposed upon him by the Sanhedrin. So, again, the Sanhedrin, we may say, okay, you're going to die. Yah's going to kill you. Now, you don't want to die. You're like, well, I want a ransom. Okay, well, if you pay us this, you'll get that. Now, this is just a temporary thing, because once you leave, you got to pay it. You don't pay it, the Most High going to kill you. You pay it, you free. It's up to you to clear your own name. All right? Whether the ox hath gored a son or daughter of Israel, according to that judgment, it shall be done to him. Period. That's it. If an ox goreth a Canaanite manservant or handmaid, the master of the man or woman servant shall give 30 selene of silver, and the ox shall be stoned. All right? That's what it says. So if it gores your handmaid, the Canaanites, your manservant, it says, for the man or woman servant, they shall give 30 selene of silver, and the ox shall be stoned. If a man openeth a pit in the street, and doth not cover it, and an ox or an ass fall therein, the master of the pit shall deliver silver to give to its owner the price of the ox or the ass, and the dead body shall be his. That's it. You dig a hole in the street and you leave it uncovered, and somebody or this ox or this ass or some cattle fall in and die, you bought it. You got to pay for that. You caused it. When an ox wounded his neighbor's ox, and he died, they shall sell the living ox, divide the price, and the price of the dead one shall they also divide. So you sell them both. Now you say, where's the dead ox going? You can sell the dead ox to the other nations. Israelites can't eat it, but they can. So, the French, the Italians, whoever, anybody else except us, well, you can't eat it. You can sell it in the meat market and the other people can eat it. The Israelite can't. All right? You can put that on discount. That'll be discount price meat. You just kind of getting rid of it, and y'all divide that price. But if the ox had been known that the ox was wont to gore in time past, so if this was the same ox that was wont to gore before, and his master did not restrain him, see, he shall surely deliver ox for ox, but the carcass and the skins shall be his. So again, you deliver ox for ox, but the carcass and the skins shall be the other guy's. All right, shall be the man's. When a man stealeth an ox or a sheep, and killeth it or selleth it, 5 oxen shall he make good for 1 ox. Period. Or sheep or lamb or goat or whatever. You steal 1, you got to give back 5 for 1. It is what it is. Because he hath hindered him from plowing, and 4 sheep for 1. So when ox is 5 for 1, the sheep is 4 for 1. Because he hath impoverished him by his theft, and not done service by it. So it's real expensive to be a thief. You know what I'm saying? It's real expensive. Don't do it. If a thief be found in the window of the wall, and be smitten and die, there shall not be on account of the guilt of the shedding of innocent blood. So any other time, this was innocent blood shed, right? There was no cause. This person died because he was angry, this innocent blood, right? You can have a dispute. You ain't got to kill nobody. Now, if this person is a thief and he's found in the window and he killed him, you kill him, and it shall not be account of guilt of the shedding of innocent blood. If the thing be as clear as the sun that he was not entering to destroy life, and one hath killed him, the guilt of shedding of innocent blood is upon him. So again, if somebody's breaking in to steal and you kill him, yeah, okay. If you locked your door and you know, the people who staying at your house or visiting, right, they're trying to get in and somebody kill them, that's innocent blood. You locked them out and they're trying to get in the house. It's hot. It's at the time. They're like, oh, we just going through the window and wait for them to get home. Y'all there anyway. It's a different story. That's what it means by if it be as clear as the sun that he wasn't entering to destroy life. They're not coming in to steal nothing. They're not trying to come in. They don't have no weapons. They just trying to get in for shelter. That's it. It says, then you, that's innocent blood. And if spare from his hand, restoring he shall restore. And if he have not wherewith to restore, the Beth then shall sell him for his theft until the year of release. So again, he came in to steal. He got caught. He didn't steal nothing. He becomes a servant. He works for you now. If before witnesses the stolen thing was found in his possession from ox or an ass unto a sheep alive, he shall restore 2 for 1. So if you were stealing an ox or an ass or a donkey, and you get caught with it in your hand and it's alive, you can give it back, but you still got to give 2. 2 more. 2 for 1. That's what it is. If a man break in upon a field or a vineyard, and have sent in his beast to feed in another man's field, the best of the best. If a man sent in his beast to feed in another man's field, the best of his field and the best of his vineyard shall he restore. So again, you send you out grazing your cattle, and you know so and so's field is over here, and you see your livestock heading this way, you don't cut them off. You just let them go. That means you sent them in there because you didn't stop them. That's what it is. And the best of your field, when your harvest comes, if you took off 20% of his harvest, 10%, you got to restore him with the 10% of the best of your harvest from your field, 20% from your field. You got to restore the man. That's what it says. Moving right along. If fire break out and catch thorns and consume the sheaves or whatever is standing, or the field, whoever kindles the fire shall surely restore. You know, you out burning garbage, it get out of control, it burned down the whole field, you got to restore a whole field. That's it. When a man confideth to his neighbor silver or vessels to keep, without recompense for the care, and they be stolen from the man's house. So if you give somebody something to hold, yo, hold this for me, man. Hold this down for me. You know what I'm saying? For whatever reason. So, got stuff. It says vessels. So, stuff. Right? Silver, money. Right? Without recompense from the care, you just saying, yo, hold this for me. I'm coming back. And they be stolen from the man's house. So, if the person holding it, he gets robbed for it. Somebody try to steal it from him. If the thief be found, he shall restore 2 for 1. So the thief got to restore to the guy The one and then two. 2 for 1. If the thief be not found, the master of the house shall be brought before the judges. So now, if they gave it to me to hold, and it's got stolen, I got to go before the judges. Right? And shall swear he hath not put forth his own hand upon the property of his neighbor. So now, when I go before the judges, I got to swear like I didn't steal this. But I'm also swearing before the Most High and in the Most High's name. Just want y'all to understand what this is, so you have a clear, you know what I'm saying? Right? And shall swear that he has not put forth his hand upon the property of his neighbor. And about whatever is injured covertly, whether ox or ass or sheep or raiment, or of whatever is lost, he shall make an oath. When he said that so it is, and when the thing stolen shall be afterward found in the hand of the thief, the cause of both shall be brought before the judges, the cause of the householder and the cause to the thief, whom the judges shall condemn. The thief shall restore twofold to his neighbor. All right. Now that says a lot, but it's covering, what it's doing is it's cutting off all scapegoats. All right. So it's saying the property, the stuff, whatsoever I gave to hold, whatsoever was damaged, destroyed, or whatever, shall be restored 2 for 1. Right? And this is the oath. This is whatever it is. So when it comes back later, and we got to go to the judges to clear out everything, this is how it's handled. And it's restored 2 for 1. Done. All right? The thief restores it. If I didn't steal it, I didn't steal it. Remember, I swore no. I'm looking for the thief. When we catch the thief going to pay 2 for 1 for everything that's missing. That's what it is. All right? And it clears the householder's name. All right? Done. So that all goes to the neighbor. The neighbor's going to come back. He's going to have 3 sheep now. The one that was stolen, restored, and then 2 more. That's twofold. All right? If a man deliver to his neighbor all ox or sheep or any animal to keep, if he is to keep it without recompense and it die, or torn by wild beasts, or be carried off, and no witness seeing who can testify it, on an oath of Yah shall be between them both, that he has not put forth his hand upon the property of his neighbor. And the owner of the thing shall accept his oath, and he shall not be required to make it good. All right? So now you see how the owner is cleared. So he's clear, right? So if you give me something to hold, and this is livestock especially, and I don't know, you know what I'm saying? A lion came and the lion ate it. Like, I don't know what to do, right? Like, I protected the flock, but this one got. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to make good on that when I swear in the name of the Most High. Like, I did not set this